Donald Trump is trying to say, don't do it, don't do it. If you do that, just be ready for 100% tariff increase. And he's not joking. He's saying all those who are involved should take note. They say the first 5 economies, let's start from there on the continent. South Africa, Egypt, Nigeria, Algeria, and I think Morocco or Ethiopia or so. If they say, or Kenya, well, I'm not sure about the 5th one, but if they say these 5 countries, let's even start by building a solid, economic bloc first, and then we incorporate the other countries into it. That will not be too hard to do. We have the financial muscle, we have the mineral, the resources, both human and natural resources to do that, but we just don't have the will to do that. That is what is lacking. Instead, today, we will join this bloc, and by the time we join this bloc, we are scared that this other bloc will have a problem with us joining. We are just running from one bloc to the other. We will run to this bloc, we will be offending the people in the other bloc. We will run to this bloc. We are just running, looking for bloc to join, because whenever we join anyone, we will be offending them. We are trying to do things so that we don't offend anybody when we can easily form our own. Any country aligning themselves with anti-American policies of BRICS will be charged an additional 10% tariff. There will be no exceptions to this policy. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Now, this is coming from American President Donald Trump, and this warning is going to countries in BRICS who are full members, and also to those who joined as strategic partner country, just like Nigeria did. Anyway, if you're new to this channel, my name is Osih-Oyelude. Thank you so much for joining. Kindly subscribe, like, and share. Now, if you're wondering what BRICS stands for, well, BRICS is an intergovernmental organization formed in 2009, considered as an alternative to G7 bloc of world's largest economies. Now, BRICS group is important because it represents a group of emerging, economies that seek to promote growth, economic growth, development, cooperation amongst member countries. And it's named after 5 of the initials of the 5 countries that formed it. I'm talking about Brazil, that's the B, R, that's Russia, I is India, C is China, and S is South Africa. Now, Brazil currently holds the presidency for 2025. Now, you would recall that Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu, last year at the G20 summit in Brazil, joined BRICS as a partner country, which, later they made it known to Nigerians. That was on January the 17th, 2025. Now, they announced that Nigeria has been made the 9th partner country of BRICS, just like, other partner countries that are part of it. I'm talking about Belarus, Bolivia, Kazakhstan, Cuba, Malaysia, Thailand, Uganda, Uzbekistan. And these are the countries that are partner countries. Now, while Nigeria is not a full member, many will wonder what Nigeria stands to, benefit being a partner country to BRICS. So being a partner means that a country can fully participate in areas of interest like, trade and investment, agriculture, tech, climate change programs, infrastructural development, and all of that. Now, the benefit is that there is ease of doing, business amongst member country. And the good side of it is that the business will be transacted with your local currency. Maybe like Nigeria, you will use Naira to do business. So that in a way is, will further strengthen your currency and reduce the dollarization of your economy. So that is one of the good side to it. Now, American President Donald Trump is not having it. He's not happy with this stance, and by extension, not happy with BRICS countries and partner countries like Nigeria, because he views some of these policies and actions as anti-America, and to him challenging U.S. economic dominance. Now, from my findings, Donald Trump strongly opposed to BRICS' intention to reduce their reliance on U.S. dollar in the global market and the exploration of alternative payment systems, including using weaker currencies. He's even threatening 100% tariff against countries that pursue such policies. That is where they are at the moment. Now, meanwhile, BRICS countries have voiced their concern about the rising tariffs and trade barriers implemented by the US. And that is why they seek to strengthen the standing of emerging economies and promote a diverse world order where various countries lead global cooperation efforts. And these are actions Trump perceive as challenging of US supremacy. But BRICS chairman recently at Rio de Janeiro, they've addressed this issue about the threat on tariffs by Donald Trump, and this was what the Brazil holds the presidency at the moment. So this was what, when asked by a journalist about Trump's tariff threat, Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva, who is the president of BRICS, was quoted as saying that the world has changed. We don't want an emperor. So that was what he was quoted as saying. So they are already pushing against that, and they have a problem with the high tariffs by the Trump administration. But it is important to note that while BRICS countries have sought to build alternative to dollar, concrete progress on developing a common currency or joint payment system has not been improved yet, or has not been achieved yet. So they're still working towards that. And that is what Donald Trump is trying to say, don't do it, don't do it. If you do that, just be ready for 100% tariff increase. And he's not joking. He's saying all those who are involved should take note. But you see, let me bring it now to Africa, because I don't know why Africa, we are always waiting to join blocs, Western blocs. We have not been able to form our own economic bloc in Africa. We really, as Africans, have to come together and face our problems, face our challenges, industrialize our continent. Let us be big in manufacturing. Because I always wonder that this bloc that we went to join, at least Nigeria and Uganda and some other African countries, that what are we even going to contribute to it? Are we going to be the ones that will open our economies and they will be bringing? What are we producing that we will sell to them? Because if we have a partnership with them, all these countries are already industrialized. They already have their things going on. They already have their manufacturing and all of it set up. They only just want to be bringing things here. So how are we ready to, even we that are in the bloc, what will be our own contribution? If we don't have an answer to that, then let's start looking inwards. Let's all build a strong economic bloc. We can. We can. Now, there are some countries on the continent of Africa that have, like, if they say the first 5 economies, let's start from there on the continent. South Africa, Egypt, Nigeria, Algeria, and I think Morocco or Ethiopia or so. If they say, or Kenya, well, I'm not sure about the 5th one, but if they say these 5 countries, let's even start by building a solid, economic bloc first, and then we incorporate the other countries into it. That will not be too hard to do. We have the financial muscle, we have the mineral, the resources, both human and natural resources, to do that, but we just don't have the will to do that. That is what is lacking. That is where the problem is. Instead, today, we will join this bloc, and by the time we join this bloc, we are scared that this other bloc will have a problem with us joining. We are just running from one bloc to the other. We will run to this bloc, we will be offending the people in the other bloc. We will run to this bloc. We are just running, looking for bloc to join, because whenever we join anyone, we will be offending them. We are trying to do things so that we don't offend anybody when we can easily form our own. Look at this warning now. Nigeria is chopping warning too. So let's all look at forming our own bloc and then doing business with ourselves and build a strong economy, build a strong currency. All of us can have our individual country's currency, but we can all come together and have one currency in Africa. We can have one strong currency. Like Euro, I think every country in Europe, they have their own whatever, but all of them, they have their own, currency. But Euro is like the standard one you can use across all the European countries. Why can't we do that? Why? That's just as if you are using cane to chase us from one block to the other. We'll go here. This one will tell us what you're doing there. We will sanction you because you joined this one. We will not be looking. We want to join this one. Like, come on, Africa. I don't know when you guys will wake up. Oh. I really don't know because it's becoming embarrassing. Africa, we need to wake up. We should get serious with industrialization and manufacturing instead of getting comfortable with joining blocks. We should get serious. When these two big economies fight, it's smaller economies like ours that suffer. Even if they America knocks tariff to high tariff to Russia, to China, it doesn't affect them. The worst they can do is they'll start doing within themselves. Do we, if they knock us, do we have anything in Nigeria to do within ourselves? Even if we have, how much do we have to service our growing population? We just need to figure out our future in Africa because we can't just be waiting for Westerners to form a bloc and we were looking for where we want to chuck our head all the time. That can't we think? We wait for them to do what we want to be it. And when we are entering, we say Nigeria has joined G20, Nigeria has joined BRICS, as if it's a big deal. They formed, we went to join. Form your own. Africa, form yours. Form yours. God. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I'll see you again in my next video. Bye-bye.